Welcome to this enchanting audiobook adventure, where stories come to life. Join Hedgehog and Puppy Dog on a delightful journey that combines storytelling with vocabulary enhancement exercises. So, sit back, relax, and let your imagination roam as we dive into their world, offering an enjoyable experience for all. Get ready to embark on an adventure that will spark your curiosity and language skills. Okay, let's begin. Hedgehog and Puppy Dog by Ruth Manning-Sanders. Chapter 1. Vocabulary. Lane. A narrow road or path, often in a rural or countryside setting. Howl. To make a long, loud, mournful cry or sound. Trot. To run at a moderate pace. Kind-hearted. Having a generous and compassionate nature. Hearty, warm and sincere. Hawthorn, a type of shrub or small tree with white or pink flowers. Promise, a commitment to do something. Hedge, a fence or boundary made of bushes or low trees. Clench, to close or to squeeze tightly. Thief, a person who steals another person's belongings or commits theft. Chapter 1. The money in the wall. Hedgehog was walking down a country lane. On one side of the lane there was a hawthorn hedge, on the other side was a high stone wall. Well, now she was about halfway down the lane when she caught sight of Puppy Dog. And Puppy Dog was behaving very strangely. He kept leaping at the wall and butting his head against it. That of course hurt. So, then he would give a howl and fall back onto the ground, but the next moment, there he was again, leaping at another part of the wall, and butting at it, and falling back into the road with another howl. Hedgehog hurried over to him. And when I say, hurried, you will understand that it wasn't what you would call hurrying, nor what I should call hurrying, but it was fast going for Hedgehog's little legs. Why, Puppy Dog! She exclaimed. What are you doing? Ow, 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 howled Puppy Dog. I'm knocking the wall down. At least that's what I must do, and what I will do, but it won't fall down. But why knock it down? Asked Hedgehog. Walls have to stay up, that's what they're made for. It would be a very silly wall that allowed itself to be knocked down, just to please you. But it's hiding my money, said Puppy Dog, and that's thieving. I don't believe it's doing any such thing, said Hedgehog. Walls aren't thieves. They're good, sensible, useful things. Here, stop that howling, and all that silly jumping. Come, sit down by me under the hawthorn bush, and tell me all about it. When Hedgehog spoke in that masterful manner, people always obeyed her. So, Puppy Dog came over, and sat down by her under the hawthorn hedge. It was this way, he said. Yesterday I was coming home from market when I saw two ugly great thieves running away down the road with a bag full of money they had stolen from a poor old traveler. Well, you may call me a fool if you must, but I am kind-hearted, and I'm no coward either. So, I made a rush at the thieves, and bit their legs. And they dropped the money bag and ran off. Then I picked up the money bag and took it back to the old traveler. And do you know, he was so grateful, that he took a handful of gold coins out of the bag, put them in another smaller bag and gave that smaller bag to me. Of course, I said I wouldn't take it, but he said I must, so I did. Then we parted with a hearty handshake, and I set off home so pleased and proud, planning what I would buy with the money. But when I was coming down this lane, I heard footsteps behind me, and I thought it must be those thieves coming after me, so, seeing a hole in the wall, I pushed the money bag into it, and ran home as fast as I could. I planned to come back and fetch the money in the morning. And I did come back this morning, but as you see, the wall is full of holes, and I don't know which one of them I the money into. So, there was nothing to be done but to knock the wall down. Hedgehog laughed. I think we can do better than that, she said. Whereabouts in the lane were you when you put the money into the wall? Just opposite where we're now sitting, said Puppy Dog. I'm sure of that, because the branches of the hawthorn bush were rustling and I got a fright, thinking it was the thieves. Good, said Hedgehog. Now I'm going to work some magic. But you must shut your eyes and begin to count. And you mustn't open them again until you've counted up to 999. Promise now. Yes, I promise, said Puppy Dog. But I don't see any sense in it. It's not necessary that you should, chuckled Hedgehog, as long as I do. So, Puppy Dog shut his eyes and began to count. And what did Hedgehog do? She went over to the wall, climbed up to a hole that was directly opposite the hawthorn bush and scrambled into it. Meanwhile, Puppy Dog was counting away as fast as he could. He had just got up to 900 when he heard Hedgehog chuckling again at his side. You can open your eyes now, Puppy Dog, she said. Puppy Dog opened his eyes. What did he see? He saw Hedgehog laying the money bag down at his feet. Here you are, she said. How Puppy Dog danced, how he pranced, how he raised his voice in a kind of howling bark of joy. Oh, clever little Hedgehog, he shouted. However can I ever thank you? By stopping to play the fool, said Hedgehog. And by taking the money and trotting off home. But you must have a share of the money, said Puppy Dog. I may not be clever, but I do know how to be grateful. You shall have half the money, the biggest half. Nonsense, said Hedgehog. What could I do with it? Careful now, careful. Don't go swinging the bag about like that, or you'll spill every coin that's in it. And you won't find me helping to pick 'em up again. Now be off with you. And here's a little rhyme for you to remember. When a precious thing you lose, what wit you have be sure to use. Oh yes, said Puppy Dog, I'll remember, never fear. And he picked up the bag, held it firmly between his clenched teeth and scampered off. Read the sentences below and find the correct answer. 1. Hedgehog described the wall as a blank thing that should not be knocked down. 2. Puppy Dog pushed the money bag into a hole in the wall to blank it. 3. Puppy Dog blank when he hurt himself while leaping at the wall. 4. Hedgehog blank over to Puppy Dog. 5. Hedgehog spoke in a blank manner, and people always obeyed her. Chapter 2. Vocabulary. Rush. To move quickly and with great haste, often in response to an urgent situation or with a sense of urgency. March. To walk with regular, deliberate steps, especially as part of a group or in a formal manner. Wit. Mental sharpness and inventiveness, intelligence. Lurk. To wait or move in a secretive way, often with harmful intent. Stamp. To bring one's foot down forcefully on the ground. Bush. A plant with many small branches and leaves that grows thickly in a specific area, such as a forest or wilderness. Chapter 2. 3 of Me. One day Hedgehog was resting peacefully at home when Puppy Dog came rushing in through her front door without knocking. Hedgehog. Guess what I've done? I've given Wolf the fright of his life. I was walking home through the forest when I saw an old hat and a ragged coat lying under a tree. I had just picked up the hat and coat when I saw Wolf lurking in the bushes farther down the path. Wolf. I was terrified. What could I do? Then I had an idea. Courage, I said to myself. I picked up 2 sticks. I put the hat on one stick and the coat on the other stick. Holding up the stick with the hat on it in one paw, and the stick with the coat on it in the other paw, I marched boldly along the path toward Wolf, stamping my feet and singing at the top of my voice. I'm not afraid of you, Wolfie, Wolfie. There are 3 of me coming. Look out, Wolfie, old wolf. Here come 3 of us." When Wolf heard this, he ran off as fast as he could. "And sir, I got safely home." "Ah, that was very clever of you, Puppy Dog," said Hedgehog. "You remembered to use your wit." Read the sentences below and find the correct answer. 1. Puppy Dog came rushing in, blank, excited to share his adventure with Hedgehog. 2. Puppy Dog sang, blank, trying to sound as brave as possible. 3. Hedgehog praised Puppy Dog for using his, blank, and being so brave. 4. Puppy Dog wanted to show that he was not, blank, of Wolf. 5. Wolf ran off, blank, realizing that he had been tricked. In wrapping up our audiobook journey with Hedgehog and Puppy Dog, I hope you've enjoyed the mix of entertainment and learning. Stories like these fuel creativity and offer a chance to improve language skills. Keep exploring the vast world of literature, where each book holds unique discoveries and new words. Language is a powerful tool for countless adventures. Thanks for joining on this journey. I hope you've had a great time expanding your vocabulary. Until our next audiobook adventure, happy reading and listening.